Hello viewers, welcome to my channel Learn with Shukanta Shah. Hope you are well. Today in this video, I am going to cover a poem by Nissim Ezekiel. The title of the poem is Night of the Scorpion. Before going to the line by line analysis of the poem, I must share some information with you. That is, the poem is taken from the book, the exact name, that was published in the year 1965. In this poem, the poet focuses on a single episode in the life of an Indian family. The poem is very much Indian in its tone, in its setting, and in its storyline. So, we must read this poem keeping in our mind the Indian scenario of the time of 1930s or 40s. So, at first, we must go through the structure of this poem. Now, if we closely look at the structure, we can see that the poet doesn't care for the meter at all in this poem, and the division of stanzas are not orderly. Because if you look at the first stanza, it is of 4 lines. The second stanza is of 3 lines. The third stanza is of 3 lines, and the fourth stanza is of 7 lines. Look at this. This is completely a disorderly arrangement of the stanzas of the and if you look at the lines, then you can see the lines or the sentences are broken here and there, and in the uniformity of the thought in the stanzas are also lacking. That's why I'm saying that the poet is following a no rhyme scheme. But at the same time, this goes well with the poet's mindset. Because why I am saying this? Because when this incident happened, when this incident of being beaten by the scorpion happened, the poet was much younger and he had nothing to do. So whenever in future, whenever he remembers this incident, he feels restless, he feels very much tormented, and this tormentation and this chaos of mind and this psychological disorderly state of mind can be very much felt through the disordered arrangement of these of the stanzas in this poem. That is why this no structure, I must say, quote unquote, no structure of this poem is aptly goes with the, what can say, the content of the poem. Okay, now let's move to the theme. What are the themes of the poem? The prominent theme of this poem, we can say that the glorification of motherhood, and another theme is the conflict between superstition and rationality, or we can say the superstition versus rationality and science. The superstition can be represented by the illiterate villagers, and the rationality or scientific nature can be found in the poet's father. So these themes can be very much can be found very easily in this poem if you go through the poem. Now let's move over to the line by line analysis of the poem. Night of the Scorpion. I remember the night my mother was stung by a scorpion. So, this is a specific incident that the poet is remembering. And what is this? No, he is remembering the night when his mother, or the narrator's mother, was stung by a scorpion. Now, you know what is a scorpion? A scorpion is a pest, a poisonous pest that has a long tail, and at the end of its tail, there is a sac of poison. And if it bites or it stings, then it creates a burning sensation in the body. So, what happens? A scorpion bit the narrator's mother in her toe. So, 10 hours of steady rain. In the next line, he says why it has entered into the room and drove the scorpion to bite. So, 10 hours of steady rain had driven him to crawl beneath a sack of rice. So, What happens? No, it is continuously raining for 10 hours. Look, 10 hours it is continuously raining, and in this rain, obviously every animal or everything tries to seek a refuge, and it is very much natural. And as a natural instinct, the scorpion too is searching for a refuge or a shelter. That is why it has found its a shelter beneath a sack of rice, and it has entered into the poet's house. Then, how it has come across with the poet's mother. In the second stanza, the poet writes, parting with his poison, flash of diabolic tale in the dark room. He risked the rain again. That means parting with his poison. That means it has already poisoned the poet's mother. That means it has already stung the poet's mother, and it has already given out the poison in the mother's blood with a flash of diabolic tale. Now, what is a diabolic? Diabolic means devilish. Now, if you can figure out, if you can remember the figure of a devil, of Saturn, you can remember that it has a tail, and the tail is very much similar to that of the scorpion. That is why the scorpion's tail is compared to the to the devil's tail, and both of them are, we know both of them are poisonous. uh, so what is he doing? Very much like the Saturn, he is biting the poet's mother. But here a question arises: if the scorpion is biting the narrator's mother intentionally, in this case we should say that no, the scorpion is not biting his mother intentionally, as this is a very much a natural instinct that it was seeking shelter in the rain. And at the same time, as it was beneath the sack of rice, and the room being dark, it might be afraid of getting trampled by the poet's mother. That is why, to save its life from the poet's mother, it has stung in her toe. There is there we cannot see anything like intention. So that's why we can say that scorpion has stung the poet's mother as a natural instinct. And uh, it also, it is also aware that it might be killed now, so it has risked the rain again. That means it has gone out of the room. Okay, so let's move to the next stanza. The pigeons came like swarms of flies. That means they are coming to the poet's house in large number. That's why they are compared to the swarms of flies. That means in a large number. And buzzed the name of God. And they are producing a buzzing sound effect because all of them are taking the name of God or praying to the God, so that so that they can stop the scorpion 100 times to paralyze the evil one. So they are taking the name of God continuously to paralyze the evil one. This evil one means the scorpion, and they are trying to stop that. That's why they are praying to the God. So let's move to the next stanza. With candles and with lanterns, throwing giant scorpion shadows on the mud-baked walls, they searched for him. So while they were searching for the scorpion, they were producing large shadows on the wall as they were carrying candles and lanterns with them, and as they were on their hands and knees to search the scorpion, they were producing large shadows. But alas, he was not found. So they were unable to find that pest. So after that, what are they doing? They click their tongues. They click their tongues means they are producing such sound like. That means they are unable. They have not succeeded what they were trying to do. With every movement that the scorpion made, his poison moved in mother's blood, they said. So what are they saying? It was a superstition there that the poison spread with the movement of the scorpion, meaning when the scorpion will move, the poison will spread in the blood. The more it moves, the more it spread. So they are saying this. Now let's move to the next stanza. May he sit still. So they are praying that he must be stopped. He should stand still. May the sins of your previous birth be burned away tonight, they said. And some of the villagers have go to the extent that they are dealing with the karmas and results. So what are they saying? They are saying that it will burn, the burning sensation of the poison of the scorpion will burn the sins that she was carrying, that the poet's mother was carrying from her previous birth. May your suffering decrease the misfortunes of your next birth, they said. Some of them also said that it will decrease her misfortune, her plight in the next birth. This is very much pathetic, because someone is groaning in pain and others are just telling about the next life, as if they are assuming that she will obviously die. No, this was very much pathetic. And some also says that may the sum of all evil balanced in this unreal world against the sum of good become diminished by your pain. So what are they saying? They are saying that as you are suffering now, that will obviously balance the evil, the sum of evil, the total of evil in this unreal world. That means unreal world means in this mundane world. And they are what is the real world to them? The real world is the heaven, that is the abode of God. So they are saying that as you are suffering now, you will obviously get heavenly pleasure in the other world, that means in heaven. May the poison purify your flesh of desire and your spirit of ambition, they said. So what are they saying now? They are saying that the poison will purify her soul, which is infested with desires, fleshly things, ambitions, and also other mundane things. At this, the narrator is very much irritated, but he was feeling helpless as he cannot do anything. And they sat around on the floor with my mother in the center. So what are they doing now? They are sitting around and they kept the mother in the center. But now look at the next line, the piece of understanding on each face. Now we may say that they are superstitious, they are quite a bit peculiar, but they are all trying to understand. They are as if they were trying to share the pain of the mother. That's why they are sitting around her, and everyone is concerned, and this concern can be seen in each of their faces. More candles, more lanterns, more neighbors, more insects, and the endless rain. So in these lines, what the poet is suggesting, that more candles means more neighbors have come to their house, and with as it was raining continuously, more insects entered their house. But what's the condition of mother? My mother twisted through and through, groaning on a mat. So she was very much in pain, and the burning sensation of the pain is gaining on her. She was she was already twisting through and through. That means she was just twisting on the floor and groaning on mat. She was moaning. She was completely got over with the pain of the poison. On the other side, we can see that my father, skeptic, rationalist, trying every curse and blessing. That means the poet's father is a scientific man, or we can say that he is a rationalist, and he is not like the illiterate villagers at all. That's why he was trying everything he could do. He uses powder, mixture, herb, and hybrid. That means he has already used powders or any medicative powders, mixtures, or herbal medications, and hybrid. Hybrid means the medications along with the prayers. He even poured a little paraffin. Paraffin means kerosene type something, and he also poured that on the toe and upon the bitten toe and put a match on it and even lit fire, believing that it will decrease the pain. I was the flame feeding on my mother. The poet was watching that the flame was feeding on his mother. That means mother was completely groaning because of the burn, because of the fire on her toe. At the same time, he said, I was the holy man, perform his rites to tame the poison with an incantation. That means he also saw a holy man who was performing some magical tricks so that he could tame the poison with his charms. After 20 hours, it lost its sting. After such a long time, after 20 long hours, that it lost its sting. That means mother is relieved from this stinging pain, that from this burning sensation of the poison. And after that, what happens? My mother only said, thank God the scorpion picked on me and spared my children. Now this is very touching. Why I'm saying that? As she was a mother, that's why she has thanked God, because it spared her children, because the children could not bear the pain that she has already experienced. That is the beauty of motherhood. And the poem ends here. Hope you like this. If you find this informative, then please do like the video, and please share this with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.